You? No, we here. Let me change the episode number. Everybody here? We good? Y'all good? How y'all feeling tonight? Let's go.
I mean, highly favorite, truly blessed. Hey, my God! Thanks for pulling up.
You know I do this.
Come
She
here.
sound like me now. Oh, hold on, wait. Let's get it. How you doing this evening?
What's happening,
Uh, you
bro?
know, highly favorite, truly blessed. Happy to be here. Strong Wednesday to everybody. Happy hump day. We made it through half this little week. You feel me? Let's keep on pushing on strong. I hope everybody here is highly favored and truly blessed. I hope that peace and positivity resounds over everything that you do. And that prosperity be the only thing with P that drips on you. That's just a fact. It's just a fact. I don't want nothing else with P to drip on you but prosperity. If anybody else wants anything else to drip on you, that's on
Hey,
them.
yo.
But it's the prosperity for me. How you feeling tonight? Thank you to Mayor starting Five Podcast in the building. He's a great friend of mine. He's a hardworking man. He is dedicated to this culture. But he's going to introduce himself because that's what we want our guests to do. So please, my love.
Hi, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the man. That DJ named Ace5, your mom's favorite fat guy, all the way from deepest, darkest Africa, as you can see. Host and owner of the Star 5 Podcast. You see on the hood there. COO of HHDG Media Incorporated. Also got HHDG Media, the podcast. What's going on, everybody?
Thank you. Now, Double, I see you got the baby Double there. Them cheeks looking a little rosy. He okay?
Yeah, he a little under the weather today. He just ain't having the best
Hold
todays.
up, hold up.
But he
I
gonna
didn't
be
want to
with me.
interrupt.
Listen,
I,
positive
I,
baby vibes.
I see a hoodie. I know where you stand,
Oh
Charmaine.
no, this just a hoodie.
Jermaine.
This just a hoodie. No. This just
Oh,
a hoodie.
he pulled his
I
sleeve out
wore
like,
this to I wore this to work. This is a work hoodie. You know what
are
I'm
you showing
saying?
off tattoos? You showing off tattoos?
It's
Let me see.
Broncos over here. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, don't get it. This was a work hoodie. You know what I mean?
All right,
Some
so you get that one dirty, though. All right.
yeah.
And I'm glad I'm here. I wanted to ask you for that Thanos up in the corner. And I need that. Right there. I'm pointing the right way now.
You can't have, I
Okay.
can't have Thanos. You can't have Thanos.
Nah,
Not even about to play.
nah. But yo,
Jay,
salute
how
to
you feeling
salute.
today, man? How you feeling today, beloved? How you doing down there in the corner? Thank you for popping in, my love.
Yo,
Yo,
can you hear
What's
me?
goody?
yeah, we can hear you, babe.
Yeah, we can hear
My
you just
earpiece,
fine.
my earpiece just died, so my phone is low. I gotta probably tune back in, but I'm good.
No, your tone
I
is
just got
fine.
home. I was walking the dog and
Yeah,
had a
get on
crazy
this.
day at work, but I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm here. I was gonna tune in at
Yeah.
8:30, but I was like, nah, let me get my Blackburn ass up in here and tune in with everybody else
You
because
know you
can't
albino.
get
You
no
got reading the logo.
this.
Salute
The
how is
mayor.
your dog? How is your
What's good,
dog, by the
brother?
way?
It's
The
not my
cute
dog.
little
It's my
puppy.
daughter's dog.
It's my daughter
It's my
dog.
daughter's dog. It's not my
Nah,
dog. Like it's my daughter's dog. I'm walking my daughter's dog, taking care of my daughter's dog until my
that's your
daughter
dog. You walk
comes
it.
back and get her dog. I walk it, I feed it.
You
I,
walk
I
That's
mean,
it.
that's what
You
you know.
how
I
groom
you
am the
know
it.
the
You
dad, but
history.
feed
that's
it.
my daughter's dog.
Listen, he's a side. Listen, you know what he is? He's an honest side dad dog. You feel dog dad. He a side person for the dog. He know it ain't real. He ain't trying to get emotionally connected. He know he the side nigga. Is it a dog? He know he ain't the
I don't
one.
I don't I don't know the history going on between you and the dog, but it's very clear. I ain't that dog is Pappy. Not at all. He said I
Amongst
ain't that
any
dog is Pappy at all.
circumstances, I hold the dog down. I look out for the dog when he need me. But other than that,
Them kibbles. Them
okay.
kibbles and bits.
We ain't going. We 10 minutes in, so of course anybody that's here, appreciate everybody for pulling up. So we get into things type quick. We pulling no punches here. Culture Conversations, episode 4, and I'm gonna ask a question. How many of y'all know y'all people's phone numbers? No, real talk. Like, how many of you can call your folks? No looky in the phone. How can you call your people if you
Maybe
need them?
5 numbers. Maybe. I don't even know my oldest daughter's number by heart.
I'm
I
gonna
know
keep it real with you.
3 or 4
Keep it
now.
real.
I probably know
That's
my
it.
brother and my sister phone number. That's it.
And
Off the top of,
listen,
and my god brother off the top of my head,
so
like
off the top,
I could get like 3. I got like 3.
and I ain't gonna hold you. I got like 4 numbers, and one of them is my original phone number when I was growing up. So I don't know if that counts because that's 718-626-2609. But I had that for so long in my life. This is one of the numbers I remember so well. Like, so when I'm saying that to say, like, I thought of this because a lot of the time, me and my team, my folks, we hit each other up on social media just to tap in real quick. I realized how much I relied on the Messenger app, not so much social media as a whole, but it's as my connectivity. And I realized that was such a crutch when I was unable to talk to my team. We had produced something on Monday, but of course it was a way around it. We found the way around it real smooth, and it didn't stop. One monkey didn't stop no show or nothing, but it made me really consider having a phone book again.
Like an
Because
actual black book. You
I
mean
mean, listen,
like a
son,
black
listen, I'm
book? Like one
37.
of
If you
them.
come across this book and you feel away, then you ain't supposed to be around me. Like, you understand?
You know what? I can dig that though, because what we just went through on what was it, on Monday, Facebook going
Yeah,
down and stuff, technology can crash at any freaking time. So I
period.
totally get it, but also too because of technology and its advancements, we all own more than just one phone. We all at least have a phone, a tablet, a computer, a cloud backup somewhere. So
Mm-hmm.
the threat of losing contacts and stuff like that ain't really there when you double and triple backup. But because
If
we
all
are the nation
technology is
we are,
shutting down or you ain't got
there you
connectivity,
go.
then what's the
There you
purpose of
go.
having 7 devices, my love?
There you go. And it goes back something, and it goes into something that I believe you have in your topic list that we're going to talk about later. But a certain person's music is no longer in certain pieces now.
What are you
But
talking about?
if you have hard copies of it, it ain't going nowhere. That's where it brings back like that
You want
importance.
to talk?
Still owning the CD, still owning vinyl. So
Mm-hmm.
I get you. You gotta keep a hard record of the numbers that are most important to you. So I can totally dig that.
What about you,
If it's a
DOA?
black book
DOA
though.
hung up. He said he don't remember nobody now.
How y'all doing? Now you all
Nah,
right?
my earpiece was messed
Stay
up
in, stay in the
here, so
back,
I had to
baby.
tune back in. So bring me up to speed. What happened?
Oh
Y'all
no,
talking about
we had
music?
just we actually had tapped in. My first point I wanted to for us to touch on was like, do you know your folks' phone numbers? Like in situation, I had brung up Monday, like when I had we and Dread, we were all me, Dread, TW, we were all 4 of us here. I've had everybody's numbers and stuff, but you know I like to break phones. So we had an issue with being in connection on Monday because we are so used to having the messenger there for us. I'm saying, I'm not gonna say just for me, but for us, as we just early in the morning, we tap in. You know what I'm saying? So I was saying, how many of us really know our loved ones' phone numbers? Like, if you really had to pick up the phone and call somebody, how many 9-digit numbers, excuse me, am I saying that right? How many 10-digit numbers can you dial to get to your closest people? C-Double said about 3. Dan said, you know what I'm saying, about 3, like about 4 or 5, maybe. I said, honestly, I said 4, but one of them is my childhood phone number, so it don't count. So I have 3. You feel me? Like, I just feel like maybe a little black book can be necessary for these days, just in case. Dan made up a great point, and he said, none of us are walking around with one device. So therefore, we have several multiple ways backup, whether it be the cloud, whether it be Android, whether it be some type of email.
I always had a side phone, like not. I always had a backup. I always had a
Your side
backup
phone.
phone, side phone. But then I got rid of it. I got rid of it last year. So I got one phone because I don't want to. It's too much. You know what I mean? But I may have to get me another one because things happen. So you got to have a backup. You really have to have a
Right,
backup, honestly. You
right.
know, and of
So
course,
what?
and I was fortunate to be like that for years. And one day I woke up and got tired of it. And funny thing is, as soon as I got rid of my phone, the phone company I'm with, they was like, "Yo, you have a free line." You ain't got to pay no bill on the phone if you add it. And I was like, damn, I just got rid of it. So I got to get, that was my loss. But we have to have backup. You know. So salute,
Absolutely.
the mayor. What's up, man? Salute to you, my guy. My name is DOA. Nice to meet you, my dude.
Yes, same here. And just understand that the joke might fly for me and I've been a fan
Okay,
of what
well.
y'all do, and I see your normal position is sexy time on the red pillow while recording the show. So if I crack jokes on that, it's all love. It's all love. It ain't no hate. It's all love.
You
You
don't
can
wanna,
Yeah,
crack on
you
that.
talk
wanna,
to
you
him
wanna
about
crack
the red
jokes?
pillow.
Oh,
It's
Talk
all
they
about
good.
the red
Real talk
said
though.
pillow.
sexy time
Real,
on the red
real
pillow.
talk though. It's all love. It's all love. Cause I got jokes with I
I mean,
got jokes. I always
DOA,
have jokes.
I'm
this,
tell you,
this is what I,
let me
this
tell
is,
you, the
this is,
mayor,
this
the
is.
mayor, let me tell you, he the
Oh,
one.
we
DO,
can
he
have
the
the
one. If
snap.
y'all
We
want to
can
do
get
some,
to the
y'all two can do a
snaps.
versus. Y'all
Nah,
two can do a
nah,
versus on
nah.
some comedy
I was gonna
shit.
No,
say
it
we
will
can
not
set
be a
out a good
versus at all.
5.
Nah.
Ooh.
It ain't no verses. It ain't
It
no
will not
verses
be a
because
versus.
Okay, because we
it,
know we pull no punches.
nah, it ain't
I
If
no
we
do this.
verses.
I
gonna
do
go,
this
we
for
And
gonna
real.
go.
I used to get it. I used to get it the fights for snapping.
Uh,
We good here.
I
We
do this
good
for
here because
real. Niggas want to snap.
But real talk, I got love and respect for all of y'all, what y'all been doing and building this show. Again, because of Charmaine, I've been a fan of what y'all do. It's big up, but you know, I just had to get that out of the way, and we all good for that. But
Oh no,
no hard
definitely,
absolutely.
feelings,
Don't worry
definitely.
about
no
it.
I
nothing
want
on
to
my
They
send a
end.
gonna
big
have
salute to
now that
everybody
they
in the
know you an open
Facebook chat.
season.
Oh, my
Oh,
bad.
shout out to everybody.
Yeah,
So
everybody in the
shout out to
Facebook chat.
y'all.
We got about 5, 6 over there.
Appreciate you.
So,
Appreciate you. 5, 6 is enough for us. We're gonna keep it popping. Make sure y'all share it. If you hearing me, my sound of my voice, just share it to your folks one time. Go to one group and just
And
put it in there. And just see what
and
happens, you know?
like I mentioned, it's welcome as always. You put it in. The reason why I know about y'all because Charmaine shares it in my group, the Star Five Podcast group. So if I want to join, it's open to join. Politics, sports, hip hop, funny ass memes. Look up the Star Five Podcast Facebook group, and everybody is welcome. We keep
definitely.
Yep.
drama and bullshit to the side. All right. You act dramatic, just leave because I don't get into the bullshit. I could get to the mode where I want to send my address, but I remember I have children, so I don't go there. But please come join the group.
Amen.
Share this video to the group.
Amen.
I ain't a gangster. I just remember how easily as black folks get arrested for nothing. So, and
Yeah.
I got 5 years till I can retire from my job, so I want to keep that up intact.
Okay. So we got a time
Brother,
frame here. I'll punch you in the face in 6 years and 2 months. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Say get them later. Get them later. So as you were saying, we are getting into listen, for right now, just so y'all know, just like Fakashi Peapon, we gonna talk about R. Kelly consistently. For as long as R. Kelly is in the news, we gonna talk about R. Kelly. So as y'all know now,
you said
according to
Rap Man
sources,
83. Who you say? Never man. I caught it.
okay, R. Kelly is R. Kelly now going to be the new Nino Brown of R&B? I mean, according to sources, to public sources, not personal sources, R. Kelly, we know that he got charged. And see, this is what I said last Monday. When he got charged for racketeering but had no co-defendants, I didn't understand. And it's almost impossible to catch that charge without having nobody else up underneath you. Like, no one. So now it's been kind of, it's been revealed that he is saying that he has a knowledge of other famous celebrities that dated or dealt with underage girls. What do y'all think?
I don't know.
What
I'm gonna go first. I'll say this. Nigga, if you can sing, you better do it now, nigga. That's all I can say. He's going to jail regardless. He's guilty. He been guilty. I told you when he said if they should have got me a long time ago, he kind of mocked the system, and they don't take that lightly. He's not gonna get any lesser time. I hope he don't never get out. It don't matter to me. You feel me? I got daughters, mom, sisters. It's a whole weird trend going around for some reason. I don't know why. It seemed like it's exploding everywhere. This man going to jail, and just exploded on the scene from the Epstein's, the Weinstein's to now it's even in battle rap. So like this shit is getting spooky out here. Watch your children. These men is manipulative as hell. I don't know what's up with some of, but like I don't see why ain't nobody else getting blamed either. Cause this wasn't just a one man job. As you've seen, they got whole documentaries with people saying they helped them. I thought they could use that in court to get somebody. They using people rap songs and all this other stuff to convict them. Why they can't convict all these other people? So I just think it's a crazy situation. And he just trying to do whatever he can do to lessen his time, but I don't think he getting out no time soon. So it really don't matter.
There should be no lessening of time at all. And people who know me know exactly how I feel about situations like this. I believe these type of people deserve to die, and I poke no bones about it. Because if I had to tell y'all, which I can't tell y'all on these airwaves, a personal situation that happened within, I'm just tell y'all now, like, I was ready to go to jail for one of my nieces, plain and simple. People like him do not deserve to breathe the same air as we do. He deserves to get pissed on and rained on from the top of his head from his cellmate for life. And that's just the
Period.
honest truth. And I mean that about anybody who's acting like that. You know, we already seen, like you mentioned in battle rap, we already seen one person gave himself the death penalty because he knew that they was coming down on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely fucking disgusting.
Right?
Absolutely disgusting. So he deserves what he's gonna get. If he sings, he's a pro at it. Let him sing. Tweety Bird his ass about everybody. Let it all be known. But they all, I do believe that these people need to be exposed. Let them be exposed. And then guess what? Be prepared to be disappointed, people. Be prepared to be disappointed because many of your favorites out there will be exposed because we all know somebody's doing some shit. Somebody's doing something. And again, be prepared to start burning CDs, burning jerseys, throwing away albums, or whatever it is. Just be prepared if y'all even want to take account if you ever even want to put any stock into anything that this man says further on from now too, because he can go ahead and sing, and it could be Jay-Z lyric. We don't believe you. You need more people. Straight up and down. We might not believe him at all.
That's how I feel it's going to go down. That's how I feel it's going to go down. I feel like he has definitely always tarnished his own legacy. The powers that be did let him get away with a whole lot for a very long period of time, but he is no different than the Catholic Church. I feel like if R. Kelly can go down for things 20 years ago, if the Catholic Church has been under investigation for 50 years, why aren't we doing the same things to these priests and these popes that are sitting here allowing these things to happen? See, I think sometimes it's bigger than predators. Now that we got R. Kelly,
yo, run that back.
But you know what? But it's just I'm not saying R. Kelly was abused. I agree with you 1,000%. I don't want to say that I'm saying that in lieu of. I 1,000% agree with you about the individual R. Kelly. He definitely should take everything that he's supposed to get plus some, and then God will give him what he's supposed to get when he gets to him, right? So boom, there's that. The Catholic Church has been under investigation since 1950s. They made a hotline for people calling in, and 2/3 of the allegations came from the Catholic Church for people being molested, raped, sodomized, victimized. And it comes from the people in these robes and in these clergy. So if you're telling me you can go back 15, 20 years for R. Kelly, you can go back 30, 40 years for Bill, but the investigation been on for 70 years. For 70 years of investigation, it ain't a mob family that got more than 25, 30. Who is the Catholic Church that their men get to rape and brutalize and terrorize and ruin people's lives, and they still get to even run as a whole set? It's still even here. It needs to be dismantled from every single part of the archdiocese, Catholic churches, and popes that allow all that to happen. Because especially, I feel like it's not even especially. You're trash if you're trash, right? You're a garbage person if you're a garbage person. You do anything to hurt children, women. You do anything to hurt anyone in any way, especially if you're doing nasty, foul things to women and children. You're a different beast, right? So how do you get to put on the cloth? How do you get to stand and call yourself a person of you believe? How do you call yourself a person to God? And then how do all these people around you, just like all these people around R. Kelly want to tell on other singers and other rappers? Fuck that. Tell those motherfuckers that helped you with your weak ass. You want to tell on the other stars? No, tell on the people that helped you. That helped you have sex with these little girls. That allowed you to get fake paperwork on Aaliyah. That roll with you cross state lines with minors. The parents that left. Where everybody, you want to tell on rappers and singers? I think that's petty of him. I think that's wild petty. You have mad people that was helping you do all this foul, wild, crazy shit. You want to tell on singers and rappers? Not the motherfuckers that was helping you to bullshit? They the one helping you, letting you think. They the one letting you think. But you want to be Nino down, and if you going down, everybody else going down too? That's what it is? R. Kelly should be ashamed of his oath. If the Catholic diocese should be ashamed of itself. Everybody allowing this type of stuff to go on and harm children should be ashamed of themselves. It's the simple fact. It's the simple fact that people even allowed it for so long. They don't say on CBS, shocking allegations. Who's shocked about the allegations? We've not been hearing about this shit since I was not 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. Who's shocked? Y'all not shocked. This shit, if it's a 70-year-old investigation, how y'all's breaking news? How is it shocking the world? Fuck out of here. I'm going on mute. Ran over.
Dread.
I can speak now?
Yeah, it's on you.
Sure?
Positive.
You sure now?
Positive.
Go in, dog. Go in.
All right. I thought it was my turn. Shit, like, yeah. Okay. First of all, this whole shit is bullshit. We gave R. Kelly a pass more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. And everybody
we didn't give him shit.
Yo, listen. Please let me speak my piece. We gave R. Kelly a pass more than once, more than twice. The shit's been going on since the 90s. And when that fucking DVD dropped, everybody went and bought it. Niggas took it home and watched it. And we gave him a pass. The problem I have with this whole game is that it's a whole bunch of R. Kellys in this industry. And I don't know what he did, or maybe he was just really outrageous with it, but there's a lot of R. Kellys in the game that's been doing this shit for a long time. And I don't understand why he didn't get railroaded then. But he got a pass on it. So now everybody's like going crazy and he's an animal, he's this and that. We knew this shit for years. This ain't nothing new. I'm 50 years old. This shit was going on when I was like 29 years old when that fucking DVD dropped with him being with all those chicks. And I think I recall one of the chicks that was in there was somebody's niece or something that was in the industry that knew about the shit. And then as soon as the tape dropped, now everybody was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know." Come on, B, let's cut the bullshit. Like,
this conversation wasn't based upon R. Kelly. This conversation was talking about him snitching on other people. This wasn't just
it don't even matter because they were snitching on other. No, this conversation.
I'm saying that he wasn't just dragging that.
What I'm saying is, hold on, let me finish. This conversation is gonna be what's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Because he's snitching based on that. That's where it came from. So we're not gonna say one thing without the other. Snitching, it don't even hold on. Let me finish because you said a whole lot. So I'm gonna speak my piece. So I'm gonna speak my
That's fine.
piece.
But
Right?
what we're speaking on
Listen,
today was
listen. The
referring to
bottom
what he
line is
spoke to
this.
on Monday.
The bottom
We,
line is
we
this.
got
It don't
changed the
even
whole
matter.
topic.
It don't even matter
It
if he
does.
snitches because he already got caught. What's the purpose of snitching? He already got caught. It don't even matter.
To get
Everybody
more
knows who did what.
pedophiles off the street, to get more molesters away from fucking with young
So,
adults,
so,
to get
so,
more predators away from young artists. That's the point.
right. No,
That's why
that's
he
not
was
the
here for
point.
20 years and nobody told on him. So, I mean, that's the point.
No. He's a fucking pedophile. I don't take his word for shit.
And
Fuck
that's
that
not
nigga.
okay.
So how the
Okay.
fuck I'm gonna listen to a pedophile snitch on another pedophile?
I mean,
That shit makes no fucking sense.
if you feel like birds of a feather don't flock together, that's cool. But if someone says
That
they know
shit
of
is
other
dumb.
famous
It makes no
people,
sense.
if someone says I know of other famous people who are sleeping with and doing predatory shit to underage artists, then then fuck it. I want to know who the fuck he's talking about. I don't give a damn. I want to know who he's talking about.
I
I want
don't
to
take
know.
that nigga's word for nothing.
That's
This is the
cool.
same motherfucker.
No one took
Hold
no
up.
one took all the
Two people
females' word
can't
20
talk.
years ago.
Two
No
people
one
can't
took
talk.
Sparkle's
Let me
nieces. No
finish.
one took Sparkle's
Everybody calm
niece's
down.
word
Let's break
20
it down
years
a notch.
ago.
Let's break it down a notch.
Listen,
Let's break it down a
listen.
notch.
Two people
Break it down
can't
a
That's
talk.
notch.
the
I didn't disrupt
problem.
you. I didn't disrupt you. Please, I don't want to do this tonight. I'm tired.
All right.
I'm here.
All right.
Right?
All right.
I don't want to disrupt nobody. Let me
All
speak my
right.
piece.
All
Bottom
right.
line is this. This is the bottom line. That nigga, all these niggas know who's doing what in this game. We all know who's doing what. They know who the pedophiles are, who's fucking who. He got caught. So now he's want to turn around. Oh, he did it too. Fuck that. His wife knew what the fuck he was doing. You think she didn't know? Let's cut the bullshit.
I
Ain't
don't
nobody here
know how
can
that's
dispute that shit. That's
distracted.
bullshit. The wife
Well,
always know. The wife always
right.
know.
Right.
The wife always know. But he got caught. So now everybody want to say jump out the window and save their ass. That's what I'm pissed off about. So now he want to snitch. Snitch on what? You knew. Also, you're telling me now you got caught. So now you want to tell other motherfuckers that's been doing it for years. That don't make you a better nigga.
Who said it
All them
did? I
niggas
never
should
said it
burn.
did.
So I'm not riding with that shit.
I never said it made him a better
That's
nigga though.
some
I don't understand how
bullshit.
that made it. I don't
No, I didn't
understand
say
how what
you.
that
I didn't say
did
nothing
that.
about you. I'm speaking in
But
general.
you we talking though. So
I'm
it's
not
like
speaking. I'm not even talking at you. I'm speaking my piece. And I'm very boisterous about this shit because this shit is not a game. Like this shit is for real. And we let that nigga get away with that shit the first fucking time. Even when he was with Ali and nobody said shit. Making songs with the nigga. This is the same motherfucker that got on Madison Square Garden and said niggas pointed a gun at him. Then they turned around and did another fucking concert with him. Then they went to the studio and did more songs with the nigga. That's cut the
Mhm.
bullshit. It's
Right. So
bullshit. It's a
what I'm saying
game.
is if right now, no disrespect, I'm not trying to interrupt you. So what I'm saying, so my point is this. I get all that part. I'm not saying that him saying something now makes him valid, but what I'm saying is for all that time when he was able to do that because no one was speaking up, it's the exact point that I'm making because everyone swept it under the rug. So you have these other people in the industry, same amount of power, same amount of money, same amount of pull, and they're still here. I'm not saying it makes him valid. I'm not saying he should get any time off. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying, why is it not important for the names to be said if the same reason that he was able to get away with this is niggas wasn't saying nothing? That's my point.
I can't take this nigga's word for nothing. He's canceled.
Pizzagate.
This nigga
Y'all
been
Hey,
forgot
lied
about
about
man.
all kind of shit. Now,
Hey,
what about the motherfuckers that recorded it? How about the niggas that was there? They should go down with it too.
I said
exactly.
that. I
None of them
surely
niggas should
said
be
that.
exempt
I
from it.
surely said
Niggas
that.
that
I
recorded the
surely said
shit,
everybody.
niggas that was a socializer with it, niggas that knew about it, all the niggas
Yep,
should go down with them. All of them.
100%. Right.
So
100%.
snitch on those niggas. Those niggas should
That's
be told on.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Fuck
I
that.
said
All
that
the
too.
niggas should go down.
100% said that.
Then you got the motherfucking parents. They even gave the kids to R. Kelly. What about them
Take
niggas?
their ass too. Take them.
Them
Yes.
niggas should burn
Take
under
their ass
hell.
too. Take everybody though is what I'm saying.
Me and my old manager was
Everybody.
just talking about this shit is so bad. Me and my old manager was talking about how we can't even play R. Kelly right. It's so bad. I can't even play this nigga's songs right now. I can't play like I can't. I can't even do it. Like it's fucked up. And he has some wonderful hits. And it's to a point where now we done changing the narrative where now they trying to now they got in the media, now they focusing on who else did it. He's snitching. It's not about him snitching. They already know who did the shit. They just doing this to make
But
money.
clearly
They
they
doing
don't
this
want to
to make
expose
money.
that. Clearly they don't want to expose that because if the people outside of him wanted to expose it, the same way he got away with it for 20 years is the same reason that they're not going to say nothing. It's the same reason that no one is going to care because it's R. Kelly. So the narrative is going to be this: anything that he says, take it with a grain of salt. He could be saying anything now just to take the heat off of him. So even if he tells the truth and really talks about people who really out here fucking kids in the ass, excuse my language, really molesting and being predators to young girls and to young women, and because no one's going to take him serious because he has been proven this way. So now these people get the same skate that he got for 20 years until they get tired of pushing them and allowing them, and it's gonna be another. So I'm not saying I'm not Dre. I promise you, I stand with you on this shit. I'm just saying that just because he knows something, he should say nothing, and then this information can come out because we know the people above it ain't gonna let it happen if they don't want to. R. Kelly is
No,
the perfect.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't listen to him. I'm saying they trying to change the narrative on well, he knows who else did it. I think that being that he lied so long, his shit is not credible. How the fuck can a pedophile snitch on another pedophile?
The
This nigga's
same way
been
a
lying
mobster, the
forever.
same way a drug dealer snitches on a drug dealer, the same thing about mobster
A
snitches
drug
on a
dealer and a
mobster.
pedophile is totally
Niggas don't
different.
have no code. There is no code no more, Dread, across the board. There's no code. That's
No, I
how.
didn't say nothing about a
Snitches,
code. I'm talking about a
that's what
nigga
the
that's
code is.
a nigga that's a pedophile.
How can a pedophile snitch on a pedophile the same way a drug dealer can snitch on a drug dealer, the same way a mobster can snip on a mobster? There is no code.
A pedophile,
If
right?
I feel like I can gain by shitting on you, and if that's my moral stance, I'm going to do
He
that. If you're
shouldn't
a
be
pedophile,
able
you
to
Understand?
have no
gain
A
though.
moral stance.
Hold
a
on.
A
pedophile is an
pedophile has
individual
no
that is
moral
sick.
stance.
A pedophile is a
Let
sick
our guest
individual.
speak. Let our guest speak.
I don't know. I don't want to step on his time because I want to know have his time fully. But pedophile knows another pedophile, just as Jermaine was saying. A drug dealer knows another drug dealer. Now, yes, when we think street code, it is the coward's way out of I got caught. Let's bring somebody else down. Totally agree. But in this case here, only in this case here, because it has to do with somebody who fucked around with children, expose all of them. That's all that I can give you. But I'm totally with you, Joey, because everything you said was on point.
He's
Because
valid.
all his credibility has been lost and it's gone. Forget it. Throw it in the cell with him. His credibility is shot. His credibility totally shot. But these people, these types of people, and again, I can't tell the personal story, but I know they run in the same fucking ring. They know who's who. So it might behoove the Lord to listen to him, but when it comes out to the public, we're gonna still sit back and say, "You fuck him," because we don't believe him. And then yes, with all the people we knew he fucked around with before. As I was going like this in the camera, it was because of this. Because in the 90s, early 2000s, before these things were via social media was allowed to be brought to light, it was all about keeping the hush money. And it ain't right. It wasn't right. But it was about silencing people with this and paperwork. And I think that's part of how he was able to marry 15-year-old. How he got away with the girls in the fucking studio. It's absolutely disgusting. And yes, I will tell you, I was not one of those people who bought a DVD. I will tell you that for fact. but reality is a lot of people did run to see that shit. And when we think about it now, it's disgusting. I mean, shit.
The
If you want to
music is
take it back,
horrible, bro.
if we want to take it back generations, and really, you want to the porn movie Debbie Does Dallas, the woman who was Debbie was underage also.
Yo,
You know what I'm
man,
saying? Like
this is a very touchy subject, man. I don't even like, yo, it's a touchy
I'm
subject
with
for me because the issue I got with this is not the snitching. They should all go down. It's just the fact that he lied for a long time. I don't believe anything he says, right? And there's other
Exactly.
people involved that they know, you know what I'm
For a
saying, that
fact.
no. That they need to attack the people that acting like they're innocent that was there when it all went down, including the parents and all that. Like it's a whole team of them, not just the people that are actually pedophiles, people that was associated with it need to go down because they didn't say nothing. You just as guilty in my book.
Absolutely.
So pardon me if you see me if I get riled up because I know it's bullshit. Like I know the games that they play in this game. And there's a lot of women that get disrespected, period, in this game, as far as how they be treated, how they be used, and just there's a lot of disrespect in this industry towards women, period. You know what I mean? And we let it go on until something happens, and then everybody want to come together like a bunch of Al Sharptons or whatever, and then it goes away
Yep.
until something else happens. Like it's got to stop. You know what I mean? Like R. Kelly's just one of the few people that got caught, and he's just a sacrificial lamb that's going down. But it's quite a few of them out there. You know what I'm saying? So pardon me if you see me get riled up and get upset about it, because I know it's a game that they playing. You know what I mean? They're not done with Cosby yet. They're not done with him yet. There was a lot of Cosby's doing what he was doing, but they just used him. People say it's NBC. I don't know what it is. It could be anything, but they decided to use him to go down. But it's a whole lot of them that's doing it, and nobody's saying anything until somebody else, goes down. Then it's, oh, he did this, he did that. You should have been said something. I'm not talking about the victims. I'm talking about the people that witness or knows about it. Because victims, it's hard for a victim to come forward and say, look, this is what happened to me. That's not easy. But there's people that know what's going on. Nah, they don't get a pass on that. That's my issue. And as far as him, and back to R. Kelly, as far as the stitching or whatever, I don't believe anything he says at this point. That's just my opinion on it.
In that word, it's real shit. It's real shit because to everything you said, it's like a lot of people nowadays, like they do like to victim blame women. They like to do that shit of like pointing the finger. How come you didn't say some sooner? How come you didn't say some sooner? And we as a people are just really learning how to understand, to sit back and listen to a person's pain. A lot of people are just still learning how to come out and speak about it. So everything you just said is exactly connects to that and is totally right, man. It's like many of us ask that question of what took you so long, but we don't know what goes on within somebody's head of them to take so long to have something come out. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I wish nothing but strength and positive energy towards anybody who's going through in these types of situations. And one of the few things that I do appreciate about this era is people are now more than ever having the ability to overcome and see that it's okay to speak out about these things that happen to them because they're kind of pulling strength from somebody else. So
And you know what?
I'm not saying that
It's
that's
not
R.
even.
Kelly.
I take that back,
Right,
bro.
my bad.
Charmaine,
So,
it's not. He's not even snitching. That's not even a snitch. If he's coming forward to say other people are pedophiles, that's not snitching. He's supposed to do that. He should have been did that.
okay,
Anybody
again, when I
that
was
points
going
out a
off, I
pedophile,
just went off of strictly when I was going off of strictly what the information I pulled from, and that's what it is. When a person is involved in a lifestyle and they tell on someone involved in the same lifestyle as them, is snitching. Citizens can't snitch. People that do in the same lifestyle as you can. So for me, I think a snitch is anybody that moves how you move or does the things that you do, and when you get in trouble, you tell on them. To me, that's a snitch. A citizen, a grandmother, a child, an innocent, a bystander, those people can't be snitches. Anybody that's doing what you doing and they tell on you, that's a snitch. That's my opinion. So that's just my opinion. I ain't trying to be right. I'm just saying.
Well, that's fact. That's fact. But when it comes to children, it ain't no snitch.
that's not
I'm
snitching. Not when it comes to pedophiles.
not making it a negative thing. Again, I just pulled it off of the thing.
100%,
I'm going directly
100%.
from that. It's not even about the word snitch. He for me, what he is doing at the end of the day, If he was going to tell for the benefit of the children or kids, he would have been said something. So that's not what he's doing.
Yes.
That's not what he's doing. So he's being a snitch.
Yes.
He's only saying something because he got in trouble, and that's what snitches do. So we can, you know what I'm saying, we can ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies all we want.
All
That's a
right,
snitch.
all right. Let's move this episode
Like, moving
forward.
right along.
Let's move the conversation. We done cultured enough on that.
Fuck
So
that
thank
nigga.
you for taking that other Cowboys hoodie off too.
Yeah, definitely. I was getting tired of looking at it. I'm like, somebody gonna say something. Somebody else like, yeah, I see you. Nah, I ain't even. Let me take this off. What was it? I got the discrimination in hip hop culture.
Yeah, the question is, like, we skimmed past the thing, but we gonna go right past that news. We ain't just in the energy no more.
Yeah, because that's
Discrimination in culture. Big Daddy Kane feels away because his verses has not been set yet. Now we tapped into that a little bit, but how do y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? On the last conversation, we was talking about the wars of the MCs that didn't go down properly. Big Daddy Kane actually said something about it. 1 second, I'm pulling it up right now, the article now.
Big Daddy Kane's a legend. Salute to Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, he shouldn't have to. My thing is, my personally don't feel like he should have to wait. If versus so far has been nothing but nostalgic. There has not been like
I thought
one
they had
new
a
set of
date though.
artists. I'm sorry.
They don't got a date.
No, there's no date. He just, I'm saying to him, I'm pulling up the article. Y'all talk about it. I'm pulling up the article because I can say what Kane said directly. It's better than trying to just
I thought they had a date and everything for him and KRS-One.
That's what I thought. I thought it said October 23rd or some wild.
Yeah, like a 17th or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was something like that.
One moment, please.
That's weird.
But as far as ain't no discrimination, man. It's just some people gotta learn the knowledge. I ain't gonna say it's discrimination. They gotta learn the knowledge of what. Daddy, look what's here. I see that. They gotta learn the knowledge of the music. That's what a lot of people ain't doing because they, it's always MCs that say y'all respect the old MCs that help y'all get here. Y'all don't respect stuff like that. I think that's where you was trying to go. But
because it's weird because it's sad, but it's a disconnect with the golden era generation and the youth. And the youth don't want to hear what we have to say. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of people don't want to be associated with anything that's considered old, unfortunately. So that's the way it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you still here.
Back in. Okay, awesome.
I don't know my cameras. I don't know how my cameras are showing, but
no, you good. We see you.
We see you.
We see you crystal clear.
I don't see on the mainstream, but
oh no, we are. We
definitely can't wait for it.
We definitely are confirmed. We are confirmed for the verses. I guess in the context, they just felt like it took too long for it to happen. Like, why do they have to wait for certain other things to happen when they are the legends, when they are legendary? We scream about Mount Rushmores and top fives. So why would the people that help create and build it from the essence have to wait so long to get the platform to utilize for the verses?
Oh, I don't agree with that. Oh,
you had like Babyface and all them, and there was a lot of legends that didn't came through. They just gotta wait their turn.
Well, I think personally though, for a battle like this one, we should be glad that they are at the way they in the stage that they're in now with verses, because now it's the performance. Now it's not the camera to camera or we're the only people in the studio type of thing. Like this type of KRS versus Big Daddy Kane we're talking about. If y'all know the history, and this is for the younger cats, like these two used to be like this back when KRS-One used to live in Brooklyn. And people who don't know, KRS-One was born in Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn, fact.
And listen to the stories. Kane helping KRS-One and Miss Melody move into their first apartment. Then KRS-One helping Kane move. And they just help each other out along the way, that if y'all didn't pay attention, when the Juice Crew versus BDP Wars went down, Kane stayed clear out of it because he was going at his man. and that's the piece of the beginning of the history of them too. And then you get to two completely legendary MCs. Big Daddy Kane puts on one of the greatest performances on stage you would ever see. KRS-One is what I like to call in baseball terms that 5'2" MC. He's the man that can do everything, and everything at such an elevated rate that it's like you really can't touch a guy like that still to this day. And a battle like this would only serve us right selling out like a Madison Square Garden or selling out a Barclays Center or something even bigger. Like this to me, out of all the verses, is like the verses for the culture once it goes down. Like,
Right.
And so I get the frustration and waiting, but as a culture, as what Swizz and Tim developed, we all should be thankful that they're not putting this on in the capacity that they can put it on.
Fact.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think it definitely gonna do better now. It's definitely gonna do better now after everything that done went down with the locks, the Fat Joe Ja Rule, and they right up next. I still would have liked to see Rakim though and Kane. That was a
Well, it's up
that's
to
No,
Rakim, I guess.
no, I'll tell you. Have y'all seen Rakim perform live?
yeah. I
I've
seen it
seen
on
him.
the
I've
internet.
seen him.
We love the art.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, you know.
I'll say it because I've said it. It's
I'm
a
gonna leave that. I'm
ball
gonna leave that alone.
The music is there. The music is great. I seen last time I seen him live was Rest in Peace Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, but it's a non-energetic show, and his style for
Yeah,
verses would be better in a studio like how
like a small
X and
room.
Snoop did it. Yes. That him in the verses, KRS and Kane, those motherfuckers put on shows. This one is the
Fact,
one. Trust me, people.
fact.
This is the one. This is the one.
When we doing
And
next?
listen, no, I know I didn't tell you because when I gave y'all my intro too, because I know y'all are heavy in the battle rap. I formerly worked for. I'm still down with them because he's a cat that I worked with. I mean, I've known since high school, but I formerly was one of the main cameramen for RBE from the start, 2014, till I left in 2018.
Wow.
Oh,
Salute,
that's fire. That's fire.
salute.
Wildfire.
There's some man. You know a lot of heavyweights. Hey, let me shut the
I
fuck up.
do.
That's how
I
me and
do.
met. We met in the small room battle in the studio in Times Square.
Yep.
Ooh, so what are you a fan of? Small room or big room?
Um, I the room doesn't matter for me. It's about the content. I'm still more of a fan of the grind time old style of joking on each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a fan of joking on each other. I'm still a fan of of uh I like the hard rhymes. I like people that go at each other. You know what I'm saying? But I still like that, and I want to see battles get back to just battles. I want to see battles get back to judge battles. That was something I was dripping in the comments on y'all when I was watching the past episode from Monday. That when y'all were going back and forth about like who's legends, who not legend, and who should like who should still get booked and who shouldn't get booked, how people are perceived on stage and off stage and stuff like that. I think a lot of that type of argument would be settled via judging again. And the way I described it, because one of y'all mentioned it, like on some how people perceive battle rap as like wrestling. I think that they should kind of take that route as far as some of the leagues. Like, take the wrestling approach. Let your favorite get knocked down a couple fights. but people are still gonna want to come back to see them come back on somebody. And then at that time they spaz, then it can be straight to the moon, or they stumble again. But I personally think battles need to get back to being judged. I was given a great explanation to why they're not being judged, which is something that y'all talked about, which was it affects the booking. It affects the booking, and controversy sells.
Exactly.
Fan controversy, comments. You're just boosting their algorithms on the internet, so it gets seen.
Definitely.
But if you get a clear-cut loss in building, be a judging, people still gonna want to see how did they lose, and they're still gonna sound off in comments the same way. Nah, that them judges were bugging. You know, I know that there was problems earlier in the game with like biased judges and shit like that, and you know who's friends with who. But there's ways around it that can be solved. There's definitely ways around it that can be solved.
Definitely. Let's get to this next topic because I want to talk about this one. This is hilarious. Oh, hold on. Hello. There you go. My bad.
Pharrell Williams axes his star-studded festival following his cousin's death by police. Now, if y'all don't know, last year, Pharrell's cousin got shot in a officer-related shooting. After he made the decision to cancel, and these were his reasons, he said, "I love my city, but for far too long it has been run by and with toxic energy. The toxic energy that changed the narrative several times around the homicide of my cousin, Donovan Lynch, a citizen of Virginia, is the same toxic energy that changed the narrative around the mass murder and senseless loss of the life of building number 2. He said, "I wish the same energy I felt from Virginia Beach leadership upon the losing of the festival would have been similarly channeled along the loss of my relative's life." And so I respect his decision to pull it. I understand why he would. More often than not, you see people overlook the things that we consider big. And it just goes to show that no matter how big someone gets, they still love their family. And their family will probably always be more important than a dollar. It's not the same for everybody.
I hear baby chaos. Nah, that's respectable, commendable. You know, let them sort the pieces out, the passing of the family first, and let him put his energy towards that first. And yeah, family first always.
Period. But yes, go ahead, T Double, because you seem excited to get into that next one. So go right ahead, honey. Hello?
Yeah.
T Double, you said you wanted to jump into the next one.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
You know, little man running around. I gotta make sure he alright. But no, the next one I think was the Chris Brown and Drake, right? And them being sued for their song. Have y'all? Hold on.
Bring me up to speed. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, the song "No Guidance" that they made, that was like #1 for a while, right? It's a guy named Mr. Cooper saying that they stole the song from him. His song is called "I Like Your Dress." Now I heard the song, and this nigga's wildin', bro. I ain't gonna hold you. He is wildin'. Now I do give him. He say you got it right, like, but he don't say it like them. He like, bro. He finna lose this case so bad. They already got memes of him.
Was his song out first though?
His song was out first. He got a video for it and everything.
So he got a case because
Oh,
this sounds like the Biggie Smalls versus Biggie Small, and if y'all remember, there was a white guy that calls himself Biggie Smalls that had the track out first, and it caused Biggie to turn his name to Notorious.
yeah.
And
Torres
this
B.I.G.
just
Yeah, I
happened.
remember that.
This just happened to somebody else, but I can't recall. But because this person got video evidence, he might get this. He might have something there.
He got a song and a video.
Yeah, that's what I meant by video evidence.
Because
he
but
might have some.
it is a horrible song. He do say you got it though. He say you got it, you got it, you got it. But like the melody and all that, nah. The song they singing, nah. There's two different contexts to the song and everything. But he do say that you got it over and over like they say. That's the only thing. But if he win, I will be amazed.
It can happen.
I will pull it up, but I don't want him to sue me, so I'm not gonna pull it up. Because if you try to get our little piece of change, we getting too just for saying you got it. I don't know what's up with that, but nobody heard
Well,
the
he can
song.
sue. He ain't gonna get no money. He gonna sue us for.
You don't think? I don't think he gonna get nobody. He gonna probably end up paying more money than money he received.
You got the song? You have it?
I send it to you in the link.
Yeah, we ain't gonna play it on here and it get striked on this mofo.
Yeah, he gonna sue me, man. He is not gonna sue me. I'm not going down with it.
All you gonna get is gonna get. He gonna get a flyer. He gonna get no money.
Them
Tune
We
in
ain't
to
trusty
got
the
no money.
show.
flyers.
We just what are you gonna sue us for?
Tune
This
in to the
is this
show.
is just because we don't have it now. Don't mean we won't have it in a year. They can come back at any time and say anything at any time and say something. That's not allegedly.
That's
So we
that'll be
trying to
when
Yeah,
protect
they come
ourselves
back
for
yeah.
the
later.
future.
Hey,
And
to
that'll be
answer the
something.
chat, Rain, it is the hook. It is the you got it, you got it, and here's go. I love that dress. You got it, you got it. I love that
Jesus
dress.
Christ. You sure his name is Mr. Cooper? His name is Mr.
Yeah,
Cooper?
The way you just
Please
spit
don't.
that
You
that
know what? I
sound like
don't.
a
I'll do a blog on it.
that
I'll
sound
do a
like that
blog on it.
video
I don't
from
want. You
that
know what?
guy
I don't want to hear it. Don't even
vibration.
send it to me.
He said, "Don't even send it to me."
I'm gonna
Don't even
send it
bother
to you.
sending it. Don't even do
When
it.
you see it, you gonna be like, "Yo, he is totally bugging, thinking he
I'm in
gonna."
beast mode, and I will do a blog on it, and I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm good.
I'm definitely sending it to you then. Now, what's
This
up
I
with
want
guy.
to
y'all?
do.
What's up with y'all Nets in New York, man? Y'all Nets is up there wilding. They still ain't letting Kyrie practice. He
My
ain't taking
Nets.
the he he ain't taking the vaccine. What's going on?
I mean,
Ain't
let
my
that man
Nets.
be great.
100%. Let him be.
Huh?
Let him be great.
Let him be great.
Yep.
That's crazy.
If he feel, here's the thing, he understands what's at risk, right? If the money mattered to him that much, if it was about the bread, he would go with this side. If it was that simple for him, clearly it's just not that simple for him. So I would be remiss to make it any simpler, to try to to minimize it. You know what I mean? I don't want to minimize however that man feels about his individual body because I never want anybody to minimize how I feel about mine. You know, for some people, they have to and they will, and for others, if they don't, they won't. I just think that's what it comes down to. Personally, this is my opinion.
I'm saying
And
even.
that's.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and that's the fucked up thing about this city. Is the position that they're trying to put everybody in it with behind this stupid vaccine. It's and I personally call it stupid. I'm not vaccinated yet. I'm batting 1,000 on negative tests. My family, most of my family is vaccinated because of just certain reasons. Like my daughter mainly, she she just started high school. She wants to compete in sports. The way that the state has shit tied up, she wouldn't be able to compete. But for a person like Kyrie, the man's got his money and he does a lot of things on his own principle, and I applaud for that. I wish more people stood on their own principles on certain things. I just went around the corner to the store to buy this and some water before, and the guy in the store told me about a person who always comes in, plays his numbers, died after getting the vaccine. Something that they're not telling people. People are passing away post-vaccination. I will not tell anybody to not get it because I am not anti-vax. Do what you feel is best for you and your health. You know what I'm saying? But the way that this city is trying to hamper everybody by, if you get it, you can do this. But if you don't get it, you can't do that, is bullshit.
Well,
And with
LA just
Kyrie,
adopted that same mandate. I seen they did that
right,
today.
which is stupid. And there's other countries out there. Like I was listening to a podcast today, and dude was giving a report about how other countries like Norway, Sweden, places like that, like they are dropping the whole pandemic and treating COVID kind of like what it is, which is just like a severe cold. They're not giving the whole, you got to show your vaccination cards and stuff. Like, things are changing behind this thing. But to get back to Kyrie and the whole NBA situation, like, the NBA, in some respects, I think it's smart. They left it to the state's hands. But the stupid thing of, like, if you are, say, on the Milwaukee Bucks and you're not vaccinated, you come to New York, you just have to follow protocol to be able to play. But if you are a player on one of these home teams, you have to be vaccinated or you can't play in your home arena. But you can go elsewhere to play. Or where San Francisco, if you go play the Golden State Warriors, I believe due to the league rules or maybe the cities, the town rules, I think they might not have a protocol to follow. But if coming into New York from outside team, you can come in unvaccinated and play if you follow whatever the protocols is that they have set for you as a visitor. Like, the shit like that doesn't make sense, and they got to clean up. And I like that Kyrie is standing his ground on this because, not everybody needs to. Like, yeah, I think y'all spoke about it last show, and I'll just bring the point up again with the people that are in the hospitals out here losing their jobs. I think they said over 140 or a few thousand. I forgot how many thousand people already just as Tuesday or yesterday, today, lost jobs because they're not vaccinated. But again, the same people that were working through the whole pandemic unvaccinated was getting thank yous. They just did a parade for them out here saying thank you. And here you are out on your ass for nothing. It was literally like, thanks for nothing. They need to clarify. They need to do something to make these things more understandable. They need to make this situation more understandable. Because, yes, we have it in control in some sort of a way. This virus ain't going nowhere. I've been telling people day one, and you don't have to listen to me. I ain't a scientist or nothing like that. I just pay attention to what goes on in the world. This thing isn't going anywhere. You have to learn how to live with it. This vaccine has been in works for 10 plus years. But now, to me, this is the testing time for it. The mass testing time for it. I'm one of those people who are waiting to see what goes on with this vaccine over some time. And then if I feel it's necessary in my life, I'm going to take it, But right now, the way everything looks, it looks similar to the flu shot. That's my stance on it. I don't get flu shot. I don't get the flu. I just use the flu as a bullshit reason to call out of work. Take a couple days off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a city employee too. They know they can't mandate because I'm union. We're union. So they put a testing protocol for us. We got to test at least once a week. Fine. You should give people that option if that's who you want to run. Because let's watch and see how many businesses close up. How many businesses fall because customership is going down. Because I can't go patronize your place just because I'm not vaccinated. Well, I can stay home. Fine, no problem. That's the beauty of having options. I'll go support somebody who does support my stance. That's simple. We went through this whole pandemic of get tested, Get tested, get tested, get tested. Why can't we not still get tested when this vaccine, you can still catch it, you still pass it? It's just a better self-assurance for you. And that's okay. It's totally okay.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'll leave it at that.
I feel that, but even Draymond Green said he feel like it's being forced. Like he said, yeah, his own decision was his, but he felt like, why y'all forcing it? It seemed like y'all forcing it more than anything. Like, what's so
Right,
serious
they're
about it?
forcing their hand. That's what it is they're forcing their hand. Lose all of this money if you don't take it, or take it and move on with life accordingly. And that to me is the irresponsible thing behind it. It's like they're making people think you get this vaccination, you are all good. You're all good. And that's not the case, because they're only reporting from one side. And that's not fair. That's all I ask for, is some fairness. Report this thing
But that's
fairly.
like,
Report it evenly.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, because my life decision on how I treat my body shouldn't stop. Why are you taking my money now? Like, it's coming down to you taking my money. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
It's China. We made in China. Okay, so they're gonna tell you if you're not vaccinated, you can't use the internet. Wait for it. You just keep. All I'm saying is that if we as the citizens who are the controlling power of the United States continue to allow the government to overthrow our best interest, what we deem fit as our best interest, we're going to continue to go down this path. It's happened little by little ever since 9/11, and they're just ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking and scraping away. It has not stopped since September 11, 2001, and
Yep.
it's not stopping now. It's only getting worse. If they're telling you what you cannot do in your regular life, and they're not supporting your life at all whatsoever. It's about working, middle class, upper, even people that's in poverty line, they're still working. They're still telling you, if you don't do what we say, you can't provide for your family. If that's not tyranny, I don't know what is. Keep on pretending that there's two different, parties. Keep on pretending that there's multiple pieces of government. No, there's not. Because if there was, there'll be someone standing up for some of us, and there's no one. They're all on one side, and some of us are on the other. Understand?
Facts. Facts. And all of that you said spins down the rabbit hole of, remember the Patriot Act after 9/11, before 9/11. Remember the Patriot Act. That was that first step of taking away our freedoms of walking the streets without having a camera on us. Then fast forwarded to when Obama was in office and checked the NDAA, which was the Patriot Act times 20,000. There's a lot more shit in that that's even worse, that makes things worse, that went under the radar because these shiny little toys up here made it look good. Because like Charmaine said, they sneak so much medicine in the candy that the candy just looks so good. Meanwhile, you just allowed access to your whole life right behind your back, and you didn't even fucking know it. Sorry, call it conspiracy theories, but most conspiracy theories are truths that y'all in the mass don't want to believe. And that's how I've always stood on with that, is a lot of the shit y'all just don't want to believe because it's not in your face on a daily basis. And that's part of this thing with the whole mandate situation. Us allow our government to make this thing into effect, and then watch how much more of your own civil liberties and stuff. Now, yes, this isn't attached to a civil liberty because this is a health concern, but the government is involved on this, and that's where the issue is. That's where the issue is with the government's involvement of trying to get everybody under this. And if they can get everybody to do what they say, then guess what? The next thing that they try, they got your ass.
Period.
They got your ass. Well, you implied before. What's the difference now? What's the big deal now? People try to say, oh, well, you took all of these vaccines when you were a kid to go to school. What's the big difference now? The big difference now is Those vaccines, because DOA, you said you're 50, I'm 41. I don't know. Charmaine, not too far from me. I don't know how old you are.
37.
I'm in between both of y'all.
Point is we are all of those errors in age ranges where all the vaccines we took as kids went through proper development, went through proper testing before we got them, and track records were there. Yes, because this is a variation of SARS, they have been working on something since SARS first came out. And if y'all remember when SARS first came out and it hit New York City and they were asking Obama to close the borders, but they was like, no. Certain countries did close borders, but here they didn't want to do that. There was the one woman who allegedly came back from Africa because, everything starts in the motherland, allegedly, according to these people. Just like this allegedly started from
What happened to them other ones? Ebola or something else? It was another one after that. Anthrax. It's a lot of whole.
Exactly. And I remember there was specific, this one woman, they bubbled her in the hospital. They put a bubble around her bed in the hospital and monitored her from there and stuff like that. Got that in control. So this thing has been here. This thing has been around. Yes, that this is something that has been in the works, but what we are working with now, we haven't seen before. And this is why a lot of people like myself have some skepticism and concern behind it. And people like myself, I'm waiting. Like I mentioned before, I'm waiting. I want to see how this series of vaccine plays out. Because right now, the way it looks to me, it looks too similar like flu shot. The flu shot is last year's strain that ain't strong enough to fight the new shit. And this is a similar thing that's kind of going on with this. And again, I'm a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I just pay attention. And I do have conversations with medical professionals. I have friends that are medical professionals. I've had conversations with people at vaccine sites and all of that. Get honest information. I don't take shit from tinfoil hat people. I formulate my own opinion off of conversations with real people in these fields. You know what I'm saying? And I don't just take any old piece of shit. Me, I'm choosing the path of waiting. Like, don't discourage anybody from making personal choices for themselves. Never. Because it's not my body. It's not my body. Plain and simple.
DOA, any thoughts?
I mean, we live in scary times, unfortunately. I don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? You just got to do what's right for you. We living in the last minutes. This ain't even the last days. No, what's the last fucking minutes? Shit is done. All the shit around you, kiss all the shit goodbye. It's a wrap. So.
Say how you feel then.
New World
I
Order.
respect that.
Hey.
It is what it is.
I'm just saying, like, look, we look look what's going on right now. Like, it's getting to a point where you don't know what to believe. Like, and then we forget the fact that I mean, I remember when this shit first came out, this coronavirus thing, before it was called COVID-19. I didn't even realize that shit was in the back of a Lysol can. I was like, oh shit, this shit been around. And I don't know, man. You just got to do what's best for you. You don't know what to believe, man. But now it's at a point where I just think that people should have their own individual choices. They shouldn't tell people if they don't get vaccinated, they're going to lose their jobs. Or I just think that's just a control issue. I don't think they should tell people to do with their bodies. I'm totally against that. You got to do what's right for you. It's your choice. You shouldn't have to make somebody do something they don't want to do. I don't think that's right at all. You know what I mean? This is supposed to be America, right? We're supposed to have our own choices, right? How you gonna tell someone if they don't get vaccinated they can't come to work? People, this is their choice. I mean,
That's the craziest part about it. You taking people money, bro. Like, I don't think that's. That can
I'm
never
starting to
be
think
good.
that this was all planned. Like, I don't know about conspiracy theories, but it just seemed like, from my observation, it seemed like it was planned. Like they knew they was gonna do this. Like, because 1 minute,
Population control is real.
Not the most.
yeah, population control.
Population control is real. And
It's
like
scary
you
times,
said,
man. We live in
Dior,
a
man,
scary time.
it's like you said, man. It should be your body, your choice. But then when
Yeah.
you think about, like, I don't know if I'll ever covered this with the state of Texas and their new abortion laws. Like, this is crusty, dusty old white men who want you to believe in a book over anything else. Tell women what to do with their bodies
They overturned
in
it.
abortion and reproduction laws. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like, this is the type of people we're working with. People who feel they have the right to tell you how to maintain and control your body. And it especially annoys me as a father of 3 girls too. It annoys me that people are really out there passing laws to control well, I don't live in that state, so thankfully it's not the case. But in some respects, people are telling my daughters before they are old enough that what they can do with their bodies. You know, there's people with children and daughters of my age that live in Texas that, again, essentially, these legislators are telling them what they can do with their bodies. And this is what it feels like with this whole thing. This is what it feels like with this whole thing. Is they're telling us what they believe they think is best for us in our bodies. When I tell you, my oldest daughter, as I mentioned, she got vaccinated. She felt 0 symptoms after each shot. 0 symptoms. Which to me, that just tells me her immune system is tip-top up to shape. Ready to go fucking 15 rounds in a prize fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is, they want this in our children as young as 12 right now. When they've been telling us in the beginning of this pandemic, oh, the kids are the ones with the least to worry about because their immune systems are the strongest. But children did die from COVID. And this vaccine, we know, isn't necessarily stop COVID. It's lessening symptoms, but
But it's
not
also giving a
stopping
variant.
Right. And vaccinations aren't cures. People who don't understand that, make that clear. It's not a cure. It's not a cure. But they're
Facts.
putting a vaccine for something that we might have the chance to get. It's not a guarantee that we'll catch it. We might have the chance, but the off chance you do catch it, okay, you might feel a little protected. But then kids like my daughter who's 14 with outstanding immune systems, it's like, what is it doing? And this is where we just need more. We just need more information to come out about this. We need more because we need to see what it looks like for the future. We just need more. We need more behind this, man. And just respect people's skepticism, but respect people who choose to go get it. There shouldn't be the infighting of, oh, you didn't get it, so stay the fuck over there. Oh, you got it, so stay the fuck over there.
Yeah, because I'm
It's what
not planning
DOA
on
said,
getting
it's choice.
It's creating a lot of separation. It's like the new. It's like, I don't want to make light of racism anyway. It's almost like the new way to be a racist. I get to hate you or dislike you or label you if you're not part of what I'm a part of. You know what I mean? And so it's not about, it doesn't have to be about your skin tone or where you live or your nationality anymore. It could be simply if you had a shot or not that makes us diverse towards each other. And it's crazy because we forget to treat each other like human beings. It's like, I remember a time when your medical record, I said this before the other show, I said this on Monday, when your medical records and who you were voting for were your private business, and you were almost shunned from speaking about these things on any public forum. It wasn't something that you would do. And as it became more fit, this is how my opinion, conspiracy theory if you would, as it became more suitable for campaigns to happen digitally, they took away the anonymity from voting, Because if now everyone else can see who else they support, more people can be drawn in a certain direction. So just like you said, this is America. All we can do is live through it, grow through it, and we know what's going on. Just be mindful and be aware of what's going on. Don't be blind or think that you're unaffected, because no matter how far up the bullshit starts, it all trickles down. Never be misconstrued about that.
Yeah, because this is crazy. This is crazy. Now, Mayor, did you see MC Wars? I gotta ask. I ain't gonna have you up here without asking.
I'm going mute.
Off of y'all conversation, I stopped video. I went to go check out a couple things, right? I didn't need to see more than what I didn't need to see more than what I saw to get the full scope of what went on. I saw about a minute and 30-second video of the Vado Saigon. And it was only Vado rapping. It was terrible. Then I went to see, because I'm a big fan of Charlie Clips. I love what Charlie Clips can do because of Off the Top. Off Top, that dude is masterful. And I shot him on RBE4 several times. And to watch him work, to me, in some respects, can be a masterclass on how to battle. I know he's had his flaws here and there. And there's other people that I've filmed. And not just him. I see your face, man. But not just him. But this MC Wars thing, I saw his battle versus MP. Yeah. When Charlie Clips shouted him out for how shitty that they ran it, I didn't need to see more. That's where I got to. I think that happened in the second round of that battle. I didn't need to see more. Number one, you was able to tell how disorganized that event was. Now, props to those people for trying to put together. I'm sure overall it was a phenomenal card. It looked like a phenomenal card on paper. Until you seen how they were acting on stage, it was terrible. You do not, on stage, have MCs rapping, passing a microphone back and forth with a condenser microphone. You do not have them use
Yeah,
a
them mics was horrible. I ain't gonna hold you.
A dynamic mic.
Pun intended.
Basic dynamic mic is what you needed. You do not have them a condenser microphone and then have to remind them after each, yo, you gotta hold it like this. He said, and dude said you gotta hold it like this, like an announcer mic. Remember the next time y'all run that type of event and what you said, an announcer mic?
Let's get ready
you're thinking old school. Come down from the top and they hold it to talk like this. You know what I'm saying? The only person I see successfully on stage with that, besides performers that understand how to work the mic on a mic stand and stuff like that, is Mos Def. I watch Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival. Once again, rest in peace. On stage, he had a red old school mic. It's a condenser mic. If y'all understand how microphones work, condenser mics work the range right in front of you, while dynamic mics around you. That's why when you see MCs rap on stage and they're like this and can hold the mic in even any way, the microphone is designed to pick the audio like that in any different way. For a stage show, you shouldn't be there like this and having to battle somebody like you take away from your performance with a microphone in your face like this. You that's number one. You take away from everything like this. How are we supposed to see your flexions? How are we supposed to see the pain and the energy of the lyrics when you got your rappers rapping like this with the microphone in their face? It's not supposed to go down.
I don't know if I don't know how it's gonna look if they drop the video when they edit it. I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't think they should
Be
drop
able to
it.
edit it.
I think she should left it as a live stream and keep it pushing. Don't even the only battles they can really
They're
put out.
gonna have to try to capitalize somewhere off of the YouTube or something.
Yes.
I feel like the only battle. I feel like the only battles they can put out is the body of that Bottle versus Saigon. That's a body. They can put out P and Charlie clips, but it's not really a good look for Charlie. It's not really a good look for Charlie. They could put out Swave and Big K. I mean, Big K did his thing on the beat, Swave did his thing a cappella. So they can put out pieces, but we talking about the overall situation. Like if Floss the Boss was good, Pain did good. We talking about individuals on each side of the map. It's not good matchups. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's about the overall content, and in each battle, you was kind of disappointed on one side or the other. Well, excuse me, I was either disappointed on one side or the other. So I'm just like, can you really put it out and capitalize? Like, do you want the world to rewatch that shit? I wouldn't.
That's how I felt after just seeing the clips. This battle. I mean, I will say they have to put it out. They gotta put it out if they want to capitalize on anything, because what I saw it from was fan video, it looked like. And I don't know if it was fan video because it was multiple angles. Like they gave multiple angles. So that might have been from them. I don't know if it was their channel or not. I would have to go back and see. But it was unless somebody screen recorded the battle, because y'all said it was a pay-per-view.
Like, hold on.
I want to see the rest. Because you mentioned Florida Boss. I gotta see Floss because I like Floss the Boss a lot. I've shot many of his RBE battles, and that kid's got talent.
Yeah, Floss was nice.
I'm sorry.
I was just saying Floss was nice.
Was able to. No, I wasn't saying C-Double was able to control mad different angles of the camera while watching. So I don't know if it was angles from inside the event or angles because people were able to move the cameras multiple different directions during the event.
That's a fact. You could move the camera.
I was just adding to what Dan was saying.
Like I could go from one side of the. You can click. I could go from one side of the stage and look at the crowd, and go to the other side of the stage, look at the crowd, move it up, look and see what's behind the DJ, look at the floor.
So that's what it was then. It had a fan video of a screen recording then. That's actually a dope option to have for a pay-per-view. I'm not lying, but it wasn't good. Like I wanna, just because I like Swave and Big A. Two other rappers that I've shot almost most of the time they were on RBE. Like them a lot, so I want to see how that went down, especially because y'all described Big K was shitting on them too for how poorly this thing was put together.
Yeah,
I want to see what they were saying. I want to see what they're saying. Like, you know, Swave to me is a phenomenal MC, and he's one of the few battle rappers who can really make records. I was familiar with him.
Swave said on Restore Order. Swave said on Restore Order he hated the event was terrible, but he had a good time.
Hey, and as long as they have fun, then that's what it is. And they had fun. They caught a check off of it, an easy check for a terrible event. You know, if you got to feel bad for anybody, feel bad for the event coordinators that shelled out probably $100,000 easy to get all of them, because I'm sure Clips wasn't cheap. I'm sure
none of them wasn't cheap.
Especially Saigon could have been cheap. This is the guy talking about who was on a free HBO television show. I'm sure he wasn't cheap. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, good. I guess good these guys capitalized on PPP loans while they could to throw this in. But they need a real strategy session. They need a real do-over and strategy session to put this shit together.
They should have just came to the real, you know. They should have came over here to the zone, that we would have got them right. You know what I mean?
Now that's all right. That's all right. Let them. Hey, one day I hope all things to collaborate in greatness. But at the same time, what they do is different from what we do. What MC War does is not what Verbal Warzone does. So let me just clarify. Like, I can compare what MC War does with Rebel Warzone does for 3 reasons. Number one, they be doing acapella. They do acapella rapping for the third round. We don't do that at Rebel Warzone. We have beat battles, and it's beat battles all the way through. Two, we don't give people this we don't give every artist the same beats to rhyme off of. So different artists bring different energy, have a different flow or style. So therefore we kind of try to, you know what I'm saying, make sure the artists have something that caters to their style more so than just a beat to rap over. Like, don't disrespect the art of battling over beats by being lazy about your beat selection. That's my biggest turn off about the situation, because battling, period, before there was battling with words, that's all they did was battle with beats and battle with music and battle with the body. You know what I'm saying? It was dance battles, DJ battles, and all that. So like, if you want to pay homage to the essence, respect it. Don't be lazy about it, because people don't respect the essence of hip hop as it is now. So if you're going to display the essence of hip hop, do it with some respect and certainty. Because without people showing the essence of hip hop with certainty and with respect, this is why people don't want to pay homage or feel they can disregard the greats and the people that brung it and the origination of hip hop of its own self. So I just say to MC War, salute to y'all for putting on another event. You know what I'm saying? And of course, if y'all ever, you know what I'm saying, need some better people to come and represent the Verbal Warzone, got them. We want the best.
And last but not least, you forgot to mention, y'all use prop microphones. They did it.
How you doing?
They did it. Y'all use prop microphones.
I mean, we had to learn that too. That was something we also had to learn. And
Mr. Sexy Time, how you feeling over there?
Do a podcast.
DOA?
My neighbors.
What's good?
What you want to? Well, we all know how you felt about the event.
You come out the war thing, that event?
He said the war thing.
The war thing.
Again? You want to go over that again? I mean,
No, I just asked him because you know, we got him on the show, so I asked him how he felt about it. He felt the same sentiments we had.
You know, once again, I'm gonna leave it like this. You know, I think that because I think they was like they've been around. I think that league been around for a very long time. Am I correct?
For some time.
So I think it's just in fairness that they probably didn't evolve as to what's going on now, and I think they stuck in a time warp. I don't think they mean anything by it. I just think they stuck in a time warp. And sometimes people can't really see what they're doing because they're in it. So it's hard to look at something when you're not looking at it from the outside perspective. You know, one thing Charmaine did say is that beat selection, there's no excuse for that. Now, I don't know about that time warp and that, but that boom, bap, 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 boom, bap, I don't know what. I feel like I was in 83. I don't, you know, that was, that shit was trash. All right? I'm trying to be nice. See, I'm trying to be, that shit was trash. It was terrible. I don't know if the mics, that wasn't even a mic. I don't know.
My mom said stop.
That wasn't even a mic.
With alcohol.
Okay.
I don't know if it was, let me see, Toys R Us. Well, listen, so, that was bad, bro. And you know what it is? Listen, this is pull no punches. People may get offended. If I say something or we do something that's trash, they're gonna say it, right?
Of course.
The mayor, if you did something or said something that was whack, they're gonna call you out on it, right? Charmaine, if you said something out of pocket or did something out of pocket, they're gonna call you on it, right?
And they're gonna drag it too, baby.
C double, same thing, right? Big K got on the mic and said the beat was trash. He even said that the mic was trash. Then Sway turned around and did the same thing. That shit was bad.
Did I just free my body?
If y'all got
And
that
every
saved, please send it to me. Please send it to me if y'all got it saved. I'll give y'all my email.
you don't want to do that,
I
bro.
gotta
Like
see
save
that one.
yourself.
No, I
You might
gotta
want to
see
say
that one.
you might want to get
No, you
vaccinated then. Take the vaccine if you're gonna do that.
Take the
Because that
vaccine.
shit is a fucking
Take the
virus.
vaccine
Because
then.
it's a virus. It's a
You
fucking virus.
motherfucker, take
You're
the
gonna get sick.
vaccine.
It's a virus. I'm telling you.
Yeah. You sold me
Take,
on it though. Yeah, I gotta see. I love
I'm gonna
Kanye.
get to you
Love
slowly on
everybody.
it.
He's watching the
no,
car.
because
I was
you
gonna
know what it
say it.
is. I didn't understand the Dr. J referee outfits. I didn't get it. I didn't understand that shit.
Foot
Y'all
Locker
called them Foot
workers.
Locker.
Yeah, the Foot
The
Locker workers was
Dr.
up there, bro.
J.
Dr. J Foot Locker. All they needed was a whistle behind their neck and start blowing shit.
They
They should have
had
blew.
those.
They had whistles.
Yeah.
So why didn't they blow the whistle? Go brrr, that beat is trash. Penalty. Why didn't you do that?
Guilty. Nigga said
Technical foul.
guilty.
Technical foul. Shitty microphone.
That wasn't even a mic. You said penalty, shitty microphone.
Ayo. Ayo. I'm not in the mood for
Why would you put Votto against Tiger? Like, what kind of matchup is that?
one that sold at the top of the card, one that sold at the top of the card.
I'm not gonna play. Everybody had Votto winning this battle. I ain't see too many people
Facts.
saying Saigon was gonna win
But was
anyway.
it a great win?
No, because like I said, in the middle with Saigon round, he just respect to all the black fathers. Like what?
Because he didn't know what to do. And you gotta be careful with Saigon, because Saigon one of them dudes that'll he'll run up on you. Or you said I was trash. You want to fight? Dude, I'm not fighting you. That shit was trash.
All right, now I seen this
Well,
today.
let's talk about something that's not so trash, just for the sake of leaving the trash where it belongs. Shout out to the one and only Kanye West that has just earned a certified diamond recording for Stronger. Shout out to Kanye, everybody. Shout out to Kanye. He just went down. Shout out to Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the
Is
end
he
of
the
the day,
first black person since Michael Jackson?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, love.
I said, is he the first black person since Michael Jackson?
To go diamond, absolutely not. But Stronger served as the second single off of Kanye's 2007 album, which was Graduation. And of course, it was the Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger that kind of made it a different kind of collab. So it kind of put it in a different genre for me. It made me think about Rum DMC and Aerosmith Walk This Way. While it wasn't a physical collaboration on a video like back in the day, having that vibe and bringing those two genres together was a big thing. So once I just wanted to give all the things about Kanye West being the case, I don't want to miss the opportunity to give him his flowers for accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? We talk about everything else, I talk about that too. You feel me? Like,
and that song, the sample off a sample.
Yes, a sample of a sample.
Daft Punk sampled the Kraftwerk joint from that.
Go ahead, tell him now. Give him history. Give him history. That's what we here for.
Just simple as that. Daft Punk sampled Kraftwerk, and Kraftwerk, if you're a hip hop purist, not y'all, but people listening, if you're a hip hop purist, you know what I'm saying? It's Kraftwerk is one of those things that is hip hop staple of sampling from beat makers and producing people of that nature, because their sound, that electric sound from like Europe back in the day, was just something else.
Let me tell you something.
Kraftwerk legends.
That was I used to always do this beat that they made. It was called Numbers. That beat was probably one of my first beatbox. When I used to do beatbox battles, I used to kill people with that beat. Was Numbers from Kraftwerk. You know what I'm saying? So Kraftwerk was way ahead of their time. Way ahead. Like they was like I don't think nobody caught up to them yet, to be honest with you.
Well, I say like a Daft Punk did. Daft Punk did phenomenal shit like that.
Really? What they called?
Yeah, Daft Punk. Daft Punk.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they stopped. They broke up as a group maybe like a couple years ago. But
Wow.
yeah, for like most of the 2000s, like in the if you want to say in like the EDM world, like they heavyweights, and two guys that you never seen their faces because they always wore those like shiny gold and silver helmets. But
Yeah.
yeah, their music is dope. Like if you like that kind of music,
Yeah.
they're on.
Cool. I learned something new tonight.
Yeah,
Wow.
and Daft Punk feels like
You know how long
they
I've
could
been
give you
on
those
ya. Those
Kraftwerk type
bridges
vibes
are
for real.
longer.
They give you kind of not I mean you
It's fire.
nothing that beats the original in some cases. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell, you can feel the essence of Kraftwerk in Daft Punk, and it's like I said, just in a newer time, it's they were greats. They were greats in their lane for sure,
Wow.
definitely, yeah.
That's what's
yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's fire.
Daft Punk is definitely legit.
Now I seen
I
this
don't remember how
earlier
many piece
today,
vinyl I got from them, but
but Smack set up since Calico backed out and JC backed out. Goods versus Sue Surf.
Perfect. I'll tell
Winner.
you why I say it's perfect. Because they both arrogant. I don't care about who. I don't even care who wins. I just want to see the arrogance and them talking crap. Like I just want to. They both. Goods is so conceited and cocky, and Surf is so conceited and cocky. I can imagine the face off.
shooting goods, seeing that level of arrogance and cockiness, and him battling with a cup of it's something to watch. Like
Yeah.
even from behind the camera, it's something to watch. And his style, like nobody should ever try to imitate that man's style. That's his. He should fucking copyright, patent it, whatever. Goods is special. Goods is special, man. And I liked watching that dude work a lot. Like I personally, when filming him, I rarely seen him stumble. That level of swag where he just could just stand there for a second and just look. There's just something about it that like you just the look. Sometimes his opponents can't even beat that. You know what I'm saying? Like so that should be a
Right.
good
That's,
one.
who was
That
that?
should
T
be a good
Top.
one.
He just stared at him for a minute and got a crowd reaction. Don DeMarco ain't say a word. I was like, yo, I don't know. Do y'all think he could? Hold on, I'm gonna let Charmaine speak on how she feel about it. You there?
I'm here. What's up? But I'm sorry. I'm trying to handle something in the crib.
Oh, you got said
Goods
On the
versus
opposite line.
good,
Like I apologize.
Goods versus Sue Surf.
That's all.
My personal opinion. At this point, who else do you want to see Goods battle? One thing about Good, we want to see everybody has to take a shot, but Goods versus Surf is going to be good. I think it's going to be good. I don't think Surf is going to take it light at all whatsoever. I believe he'll have all 3 rounds for Goods. It'll be worth it. It'll be a good watch. Who's going to win? I have no clue. If this is really going to be like based upon their fan base. If we're going on fan base, then Sue Surf wins. Bottom line.
I don't know. I haven't seen a bad Goods though.
It's not. See, it's not about again. I didn't base it upon skill. If we talk about going to the app and fan votes and caffeine and all that, we talking about fan votes. Then Sue Surf is going to beat Goods. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
we
If
know
you
that.
think that Goods has a bigger fan base than Sue Surf, you tripping. He may have a more loyal fan base than Sue Surf, but he don't got a bigger one. So if this comes down to votes and who wins on the app and all that, I'm telling you, Sue Surf is going to win. That's what it's going to be.
That's a damn shame that we living in an era where Surf can just go in there and just win without even. He can just win. He ain't even got to try. All he needs is
It's
2 rounds
sad.
now. Damn,
That's bias. Bias.
that's some star power for your ass, boy.
For real.
That's
For real.
crazy. And so me saying Goods gonna consistency got me with Goods winning the battle ain't even gonna matter at this point. It's what you saying though. It's kind of what it sounds like. Like Goods, unless Goods 3-0 him, Goods gonna lose the battle. That's what it kind of sounds like though.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying that Sue Surf can 30 Goods. That's not what I'm saying. I want to clarify. I'm Charmaine, she loves battle rap, Miss New York, whichever one you want to use. I'm not saying that Surf can clearly 30 Goods. I'm just saying if it's left up to the fans and the fan votes, then it's Sue Surf. I'm not saying.
That's what I'm saying. Goods clearly has to. It sounds like Goods clearly got to get a 30 then.
Yeah.
Like ain't no way,
Make it
ain't no other
debatable.
way. If you make it debatable in any shape or fashion, Sue Surf wins.
If it's based off of the fan perspective, yes. Because to the fans, Sue Surf don't lose. Even when he give you 2 rounds, he don't lose. Like Charlie, he can battle. It's certain people that get a pass. Their fans will carry them. You understand what I'm saying? Daylight wouldn't be Daylight if it wasn't for his 4 fans that stayed with him through all of his different situations. If it wasn't, but see, Daylight was smarter than see, Daylight capitalized. Once he started going left, he seen it and he ain't had no problem keep going left. He ain't had no problem keep going left, but you can't go left one time and expect it to benefit you. He was willing to keep on going left. Like Dennis Rodman, okay, let's use Dennis Rodman for example. When Dennis Rodman went left, he went so far left. He was the first black man in the world to ever marry himself in a dress. How much further left do you have to go to be ostracized? No one could. It gave him more and more power. So what I'm saying is Sue Surf, no matter how many times he sucked or was lackluster or Jersey Browns or forgot whatever, he still got pushed forward. Goods has never had an opportunity to be lackluster or not himself. Goods always has to come as Goods, all 3 rounds. Do I think that type of energy can beat Surf? Yeah, on everything I love, I think it can. Will the fans let Goods beat Surf? I absolutely do not think that is the case. Like, I just don't see it happening.
And the only time Goods got out of the only time I seen Goods really turn up, honestly, is when he battled Tay Rock. That was the first time I seen Goods like start yelling and like, you know what I mean? So he's gonna have to really like he has to really body Surf in order to get that win.
That's what I'm saying. It just sound unfair, bro.
Like it
It
has
just
to be like convincing. Like he has to like ether him or something.
Really, can I tell you something? He don't even have to eat for him. He just gotta have one thing that nobody knows. This is battle rap. I'm just keeping it real. I said all that to bring this in. All Good needs to have is one good thing. And to use it at the right time, like mid-second round. And it can be whatever Goods wants it to be. Even if it's not true, it's Goods. So niggas gonna think that Goods ain't got nothing to lie about. Goods gonna have to use some tactics that might be below his belt line. If he does, this is closer than we think. If he don't, it's not as close.
also,
But you're still standing on that. You're still standing on that though, yeah. The fan vote.
Say it again.
I say that you're standing on that as Goods pretty much needs a flawless victory to win the fan vote. That's me again.
Yeah.
In the hallway.
You say that again and then just went literally went left.
Is it gonna be on caffeine?
It should be, yeah. It's on the Drake. It's on the Drake card. So yeah. And Lux did agree to battle Geechee Gotti.
Who?
Loaded Lux.
Respectfully, but
man.
Geechee shouldn't get Lux before DNA though. Geechee should not get Lux before DNA.
Lux said he would battle either. He said he didn't care if it was him or Rum.
I believe it.
I'm going for Beloved. I got Beloved on this one. Now look at Charmaine's face. Look at Charmaine. I know he old. I know.
No. See, I want to say this. I've never put Lux and Mook in the same category.
Facts.
Let me say that.
Facts.
So it's not about him being old. I just think that we have to. Is it caffeine? How is it being done?
We don't know that. It's the Drake card, so we don't know
going
if it's
to
and it's
read
going. We don't know if it's gonna be in a mansion. We don't know if it's gonna be in the volume setting. We don't know if he gonna have it in the big stage. We don't know.
But all of that is very telling for how the card will turn out. Everybody ain't big stage. Everybody ain't small room. Everybody ain't superstar ready. So I'm gonna keep my validations of who or what I think will win. I really want to see it because I want to see what happens. See, I like to see battle rappers uncomfortable. The one thing about me that lets me know what a battle rapper can do, what a battle artist can do is move around and be great wherever they go. That to me shows me you take your craft seriously. So it's like, I'ma just wait, because who knows if the same way DNA threw up in front of motherfucking Eminem, if these niggas won't throw up in front of Drake. Ain't no telling. So we gonna wait. I'ma wait. Because at the end of the day, I wanna see what Drake can really do. I wanna see how they act for Drake. I wanna see how they write for Drake. I wanna see how they prepare for Drake. Because I promise you this. The one thing that I will not take, I don't know if any other supporter or investor would say that if you rap better for Drake, bitch ass, and you rap for me, and I've been your fan for 10 years, whole nigga, we have a problem.
This is true. Don't show out. Don't be new in front of the celebrity. Totally agree. You should be.
I'm just saying.
I was going to say, speaking of throwing up, another battle.
I can take someone being a celebrity better than I can take you rapping better for that celebrity than you have the culture of people that make you who you are. So we gonna see.
Man, who you got?
She ain't picking.
I ain't picking nobody down the line because at the end of the day, I want to see what y'all do.
What about what about the mayor?
I'm sorry.
What about the mayor? Who we got?
I'd take Lux over almost anybody. Just to be honest with you, I mean, legendary status, lyrical content is still above par, above anybody, above most. Y'all mentioning him versus DNA, that would be the one I would really, really want to see because DNA. But we've kind of seen him shit the bed, and it's been some years in lab coat and all that shit. His versatility, especially because of him off the top, is to me what makes a great battle rapper. The fact that you have that ability to go in multiple directions, and it speaks exactly what you spoke to, Shameen, which is being able to be good in any setting. Being able to be good in that setting. And I think DNA has the ability to be able to do that, to be ready for Lux at any time kind of situation. So that's what I would want to see. But in this one, yeah, Lux beats almost anybody in my opinion.
And the last one I seen is Charlie Clips versus Chess. He's battling Chess.
Boo, Charlie Clips, boo.
Charlie Clips and Chess?
Yeah. Chess Rio, Cake Life.
If Charlie Clips comes in playing, he's going to lose. If he comes in playing. But if he comes in on that on point Charlie Clips, like not playing around and staying focused, Charlie Clips could beat anybody.
don't know. I got Chess winning this battle, dog, because you for that reason, because I don't know how serious Clips is gonna take it,
I know.
and I don't know the setting. Like
It's sad, man. It's sad.
if I knew the setting, if I knew it was gonna be in a big room or something, it might be different or compared to a small room. So
But
I don't
Charlie can
know.
do Clips can do small or big rooms.
I'm talking about with Chess, because the way
Oh,
he
with
was
Chess.
rocking Houston, I don't know if Clips want to step in front of that Chess.
Fact.
It's time. It's time for Chess to go on his run. It's
Time,
time. Let
right?
him run through these. Let him run through them. Let him make way for these new niggas that want to move up, because it ain't gonna be Charlie Clips defending the URL titles. It ain't gonna be Mook
You already know
defending
what's
the
happening,
URL
Starman.
title.
You already know what's happening. The new class is taking over, but nobody
I,
wants
I
to.
wanted to,
Nobody
and
wants
I'm
to
here
admit
for
it.
it.
Nobody
And
wants
I'm
to
here
admit it,
for it.
but it's the new class is taking over, man.
I'm here for it. I'm with it. 110%.
Yeah.
110%.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
What do you think
Yeah,
of? What do
most
you
I'm
think
ready
is
definitely.
for
happening?
it. It's
You
time
think
for
the
the
new
new
class?
class of males. I'm sorry.
Think the new class is taking over?
Me?
No, he was talking to the mayor.
The mayor.
Okay.
Nah, that kind of speaks to what y'all spoke to last episode. That yeah, the newer kids eventually. I mean, I'm gonna take Clips over Chess in this one, but I just speaking to y'all in the new class thing. Like, yeah, there has to be a new class to really finally step up to really take lead in this battle rap thing, because a person like Clips, does he really need battle rap nowadays? No. You know, Wild 'N Out has been his meal ticket for the past few years, and working with Nick Cannon, his stock is just going to continue to grow. So Chess does need to come out with like a battle of a lifetime to really like say, you know, use it as that plant the flag moment. Like, this is mine. This is our shit. I'm the king of the new, fairly new era. Because I know Chess has been doing this thing for a minute now, but it's time for the cats like him, like you mentioned, like Geechee Gotti's, people like that, to really take that next step above where we're all mentioning their names over Luxes, over Mooks, over K-Shot, DNAs, T-Rexes. And like those guys need to start, a lot of those older veterans need to, they're going to start taking more and more L's eventually, but this newer class they gotta step it up. Get past the my gun so big shit.
So let me ask you this, because this is kind of weird though. So now we got people like Next and a real name Brandon. Like
Real name
that's the
Brandon.
right. So that's the new class. Now we still got like the T tops, the twerks, like they're not legends yet. So you see where I'm
You don't have
going?
to be a legend to be a vet.
Yeah, like that should
But
be like saying like they should be next.
they
If
should
a
be like
person like if a person like Twerk stopped fumbling, he could have been that by now.
Period. Because
because
he wouldn't have had the space if Twerk did his job. Let's just be honest.
so where do we leave them? Because they're not like they're still new. Like they're new, but
Who
they're not new.
knew?
No, like Twerk. When I say Twerk, I'm not saying he's new like a new class, but he's not a vet yet. You understand what I'm
I could
saying?
put let me
But
put
So
it
T
where do
this
Top
we
was
way.
put
above
them?
Twerk
Like what do
though.
we? You know what I'm at? Where do we put
Let
them?
me
You know what I'm saying?
let me put it in this kind of almost NBA like analogy, like how
Okay,
Kobe Bryant's class, right? Like
right,
we'll take it Kobe LeBron, perfect example. I'll say Kobe LeBron. Kobe got his 5 rings. LeBron is up to 4, right? But
right.
when we have that graded conversation, most of us, and I know me specifically, we talk LeBron over Kobe
A lot of
because
people.
and
A
a
lot
lot
of
of people.
people.
You might not. I see you, CW. You might not. You
Uh
might
oh,
not.
uh
A
oh.
lot of people will. A lot of people will say LeBron over Kobe because
Not
of
me.
LeBron.
Over
LeBron's
Kobe?
stat lines. LeBron's stat lines overall. Forget just the championships. Forget just championships. I respect that, and we love Kobe. No disrespect at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using it as that example of these guys. We should be looking at them as they are above here, but it's that class that came behind them that we're now viewing as above. Kobe's draft class to LeBron's draft class. We're kind of viewing LeBron's draft class a lot more over because we're still seeing play. We're still seeing things happening with these
Right.
guys.
And a lot of these
That's
battle
the only
rappers
kind of way
rapping
I'm trying
today.
to bring it up.
A lot of battle rappers is getting older. They still rapping though. So
Right.
this
My
ain't
thing
like
is, you can get older, but you can't become. My thing is, you can't become complacent. And this is what I mean: the difference between legendary and vets. T-Top, to me, when people when they smudge the line between vet and legendary, that's why you have such a huge class in the middle of the old school guys and the new class. Because the old school guys are the ones who was held with accolades and to be pushed up. Are the newer guys. This is the part that I know that people like T-Top have to be tight at. There was a 5-year period where none of the vets before Twerk, ever and Geechee and ever came, where the vets would not battle the up and coming class.
Oh, we ain't forget
unless
about
they
the
were
strike.
made to. Hold on. Unless they were made to battle them, which kept a lot of people in limbo, damn near shell for years of their career because URL allowed the artists to say who they wasn't battling based upon where they were from. Rum Nitty been doing his thing. It was no reason he had to wait until 2017, damn near 2016, to battle with Charlie Clips. It took so long because there was a hierarchy put on certain artists in battle rap who are usually a URL artist that kept people stagnant. That's why we're having this conversation right now about the new class. Because when Twerk and them came in and we go hard, gave URL so many new class artists, Trap New York, so many other small leagues gave URL their top heat. URL rarely cultivates their own artists from scratch. So it's like when these conversations come up, let's not forget the machine. Hold on, let's just not forget the machine that made sure only certain people have certain light or got certain pay or had certain matchups, because for a fact, that's how it was for a very long time. Let's not act like URL didn't shut the game down for several years, and the only big names were their names. And we, at the fans, allowed it. And it's not reality. And you see that now when you see them on Caffeine and they still have to freestyle or mumble stumble over their shit 10 years into culture. I'm gonna say this. There's two different types of battle rappers, and I know we go over our 10 o'clock mark, so we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, right? So cool. There are the Dipset battle rappers, and there are the Locks battle rappers. The Locks still cared about what their fans seen, what their fans heard, how it was presented, the energy and everything. The Dipset, just because I'm Dipset, I can just come out here and do whatever. I can come and sit on the stage in a lawn chair. I can come out here with 19 different styles on. I can do that because no. And eventually, battle rappers will understand that no. But right now, it's still an option because they make the narratives an option. It just is what it is.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the difference between the MC and the rapper. Now, you can say what you're going to say. That's just the difference.
Oh, I thought you was about to rap it.
One takes the craft seriously, and
one just here for the moment.
Time, and one just here to be here because they see it's cool.
Period.
One that's called that right there is called one raps over, one knows to bring the TV track, and the other one raps over the lyrics. But to Shemaine's freaking point, this goes back into my other love of professional wrestling. URL is WWE. And
period.
You mentioned that 10-year gap, that ran almost parallel when WWE was quote unquote the only show in town. And before they had their NXT, which was supposed to be a developmental league, they were getting people from ROH and MLW and all these other little independent wrestling leagues to then try to capitalize up a big time. But Vince McMahon at the top, it isn't his vision, it doesn't go. So in this case, Zach and his team are Vince McMahon and Creative Control, and they didn't allow this to go. But also too with the veterans, you know,
They
wasn't bringing back the Hulk Hogan's. They wasn't bringing back the Scott Halls and Kevin Nash's. They were going to work at TNA and other places because they were able to get the money that they wanted at those places, or didn't work at all. While Vince McMahon, WWE, URL, you are able to now control your budget in a certain way because you can make matchups that will still make a lot of capital for you. But you're getting at the battlers are getting at a certain premium to where they're getting only but so much, and you're trying to help them make their name while not allowing these guys to go after the bigger name, like you mentioned, because bigger names want bigger check that you don't want to pay right now with your Creative Control. And so it did. I remember that part of that, but also too with battle rap at the time, there were different leagues coming up. Like KOTD was able to really shine and make their name with a lot of people that said, I ain't going over there. I want to go over there. I want to come work here because this is more like what I came up in.
Remember one time Rum Nitty was A-Ward. A lot of people keep forgetting that. Rum Nitty had to fight to get over at URL for a long time. So, and that's during that time. That's how
the first time I seen Rum Nitty on the East Coast under URL was in Pittsburgh. February 2016? I believe so. And even in that battle, it was just like you see Rum, and when you are a supporter of the culture overall, and you don't have a favorite league or just a favorite person that you're following, you knew who Rum Nitty was well before 2016. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not because, again, if you are cultured, if you're not just following a specific league, and you really follow the entirety of the culture, you knew who Rum was. You know what I mean? It's to see I don't know. It's just so many East Coast artists that became so lackluster because they knew they would have an option in. It's like lazy. It's like laxidocious. At the end of the day, you know you good, so you good. Rather than you want to be the best. And I feel like for all of the artists, it becomes a time when artists no longer care about being the best in their craft. They feel they have gained or they're going to gain from a certain situation. It's not about this battle rap. Even in people's regular daily lives, their marriages, their jobs, people feel like they've reached the highest cusp. And if you can't get nowhere else, when you're just there on autopilot. A lot of the people that have been here for more than 10 years are on autopilot. We're never going to get the Charlie clips that made you care about which room he was in. We're never ever going to get the Murder Mook who made us feel him rather than understand him, because he wants to be understood more than he wants to be felt, according to his own fucking bars. It's just a time that you can't let the culture reign off of that. That's not what battle rap is. That's not what hip hop is. And when it's time to sit them down, sit them down. It's crazy. If you a regular rapper, they tell you at a certain age it's over for you. Sit down. And I think that's the crazier part, because if it's country music or something like that, then they can stay around until they literally pass and be great and perform and be respected. But for battle rappers, if you're no longer in it to win it, and it's an entertainment sport, leave. No one has to kick you out. If you only here for the check, give us the best whatever amount of money we supposed to get. Don't get 100K and rap worse than you did when you got 3,000. That don't make no motherfucking sense.
That is a fact. And on
you
that
feel me?
note,
So you work all of this and that, then nigga work, then We only asking for like what 9 minutes, nigga. She getting $100,000 for 9 minutes. That means you getting $10,233.97 per minute.
Damn, she broke it down. She broke it down. And on
Grow
that
the
note,
fuck up. If you getting a
hold
hundred
on.
K and I gotta go do homework on your shit, grow up.
Damn. And on that note, we
I
gonna
like
wrap
that.
it up. We gonna go around the table for these final words. The mayor, salute. Thank you to the Starting Five podcast.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you being here. We gonna give you your final words. Anything you want to say, my fella?
Well, first and foremost, thank y'all for having me. Whenever y'all want to have me again, I'm available. I love doing this podcasting thing. I've been at it since 2014. I love the shit, and I ain't stopping. Secondly, y'all are welcome to come on my platform at any time. Shemaine, I'm telling you, for at least 2 or 3 years now, been welcome to come on the platform at any time. All three of y'all welcome whenever y'all want. It's just a matter of, hit me up and you could be on next week's show. It's that easy. Follow the show. We're on all streaming platforms. You can find it under the starting5podcast.com. Follow me on Instagram at the starting5_podcast. Fuck Twitter. I give out the Twitter handle, but we're on there too. On TikTok, also at the starting5podcast, all one word. Yeah, man, big ups to y'all. Thank y'all again. There was definitely more shit that it could have expanded off of, but due to time constraints, the show has got to end. So, thank you once again. Ups to y'all. Much love to y'all. Don't be afraid, friend request me. I don't hurt nobody. Peace, everybody.
Definitely. It's all love. DOA, it's on you, my friend.
This was a great show tonight. It was a lot more serious than I anticipated. So I enjoyed it. Salute to everybody. The mayor, salute to you. You bring a lot of enlightenment and kind of refreshing to have you on the show. So salute to you. Um, you bring a different kind of energy to the show. So definitely to have you as a guest again. Who knows? Maybe on a regular basis. Who knows? I mean, I think it's a great look.
Thank
Um,
you. I'm available. Let me know when. Thank you.
no doubt. The Queen Charmaine, you are definitely the queen of pull no punches.
I
So
love you, DOA. I love you.
you are definitely the queen of this shit. I love you too. Shit. And you ain't ugly. I don't socialize with ugly ass women. Thank God your ass ain't ugly. But the point is, I just wanted to say salute to everybody and salute to my man C Double Man. Right now pull no punches, we're learning each other. We're getting better at this as a family. Um we're actually friends outside of this. So I want to say I love everybody on here. And I'm looking forward to doing another one. I think C Double, you got yours tomorrow, right? Oh no, Friday. Friday.
Friday at 9. Yep, the low tier wars. We bopping it off again. It's coming. I got a couple
So
people.
if anybody that's on here, y'all want to pull up to it, we on site. We're gonna continue to do it. So go ahead, Double. My bad. Go
Well,
ahead,
like I
Double.
was
My
saying,
bad.
oh, you good, you good. Like I was saying, low tier wars. You know what I mean? We do it every Friday at 9 where we talk to these up and coming artists. You know what I mean? The ones who might be right there at the peak of breaking the ceiling to get to the next stage. They done had crucibles or battle names, but they on these smaller leagues. When I say wars, it ain't just a war about just trying to be funny because they are the lower tier, trying to get to that bigger tier, but it's politics with getting battles, getting these bigger names, they even battle on things of that nature as such, and just let us know what they're going through, trying to, what their next place is, because it is a fight out here to get to that next level. A lot of people don't believe it, but it really is. So we just gonna chop it up that way on Fridays. You already know it's Verbal War Zone to the death. C double, I keep it 100. I stay one up. If you ain't fucking with battle rap or this podcast or the Starting Five podcast, please do me a favor and shut the fuck up. On that note, I'm gonna pass it over to the queen. She gonna take us up out of here.
Well,
Miss
as always,
Charmaine.
I hope that peace and prosperity resolves over everything that you do, and that positivity be the only thing that feeds, what drips on you. And remember, the most important, there's only two more things I need you to know. Number one, oh shit, hold it down by the chicken. Hold on. Because grandma got stories. Don't be light skinned all your life. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna end it there.
We out.